Hi boys and girls, welcome to Everyday Math Lesson 7.5, Exploring Weights, Equal Sharing, and Patterns. The materials that you'll need today, notebook paper, pencil, math journal, template, and then HomeLink 7.5. If you don't have HomeLink 7.5, that's okay, then you could write down your answers in your notebook or in a whiteboard. Let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is go over our math boxes from the previous lesson. So if you could open up your math journal to page 171. If you're noticing that you have any mistakes, please fix those with your pencil and eraser. So for our first question, collect 29 counters. How many groups of 3 can you make? So you should have said that you could make 9 groups. 9 by 3 equals 27. And then you would have 2 counters left over. For question 2, we have 4 plus 3 plus 13, which equals 20. 12 plus 6 plus 8. So if we did 12 plus 8 first to get 20, add 6 more to get our 26. We have 5 plus 4 plus 18, which got you to 27. 18 plus 12 plus 6, you could group your 18 plus 12 first to get you to 30, and then add your 6 more. And then 15 plus 6 plus 19 would bring us to 40. So you probably figured out 15 plus 6 first, which was 21, and then think 21 plus how much more, or think 40 minus 21 to figure out 19. For question 3, fill in the missing numbers. So they gave us 717. I know 1 less is 716. I know 1 more is 718. Then 10 less would be 707. 1 more than that would be 708. 10 less than 707 would be 697, and then 1 less would be 696. For question 4, draw the lines of symmetry on the rectangle. Our rectangle is going to have 2 lines of symmetry, so you should have divided it going in half vertically and going in half horizontally. For question 5, double. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. Then if I'm given the out, I need to half. So I can think 14 divided by 2, or half of 14, is 7. And then I have 8, and I doubled it to get 16. And you maybe had a different one for that last one, and that's okay. For question number 6, shade 1/2 of the square. So you could have shaded it like I did, or you could have also cut it across, or you could have cut it diagonally. Double check to make sure you have your page correct before moving on to the next slide. All right, for our next slide, you're going to need either notebook paper or whiteboard and marker. If the speed is ever too fast, pause as often as needed. So for our first question, Marta's allowance was $2 per week. Her parents decided to double it. What is her new allowance? Press pause and play when you have your answer written down. All right, second graders, so I know that $2 doubling, like 2 plus 2, would bring me to $4. Let's try another problem like that. Grace's allowance was $1.50 per week. Her parents decided to double it. What is her new allowance? Press pause and play when you're ready to check. All right, second graders, well, I know that if I had 50 cents plus 50 cents, that would get me to $1. And then if I have $1 plus another dollar, that would bring me to $2. So I have $2 plus 1 more to bring me to $3. So $1.50 doubled would be $3. The last question, Quentin's new allowance is $5. What was his allowance before his parents decided to double it? So you're changing your thinking a little bit. Press pause and play when you're ready to check. So second graders, this time I'm thinking about half of $5. Well, I know that $2 plus $2 equals 4, but $3 plus $3 equals 6. So it needs to be right in the middle of $2 and $3, which would be $2.50. The next thing that we're going to talk about is weight. So I want you to think about some objects, and if you want to write one object down on your whiteboard, but think about an object that weighs 1 pound. Press pause and play when you're ready to check. All right, here's a few of my ideas. A pound could be a guinea pig or a very small animal. Could be 4 sticks of butter or a book. How about something that's about 5 pounds? Press pause and play when you're ready to check. So 5 pounds could be a chihuahua. It could be a small bag of flour or a small lamp, might be 5 pounds. Could you think about or write down something that's about 10 pounds? Press pause and play to check. So for 10 pounds, I had a bowling ball or a large bag of sugar or a house cat. How about something that's 20 pounds? Can you press pause and play when you're ready to check? For 20 pounds, I have a car tire, a dining room chair, or a pug. How about something that's 40 pounds? Press pause and play when you're ready to check. For 40 pounds, I have a microwave, a 5-gallon jug of water, or a larger dog, a border collie. We'll try one more. Could you think of some things that are about 60 pounds? Press pause and play when you're ready to check. For 60 pounds, I have like a larger chair, could be a punching bag or a larger dog. So second graders, here's just a little bit of a guide that kind of helps with thinking about some weights. And you might want to refer to this chart when we're looking at that next page, our home link. So you can put your notebook or your whiteboard to the side. And can you take out the 7.5 estimating weights home link? We're going to first talk about problems 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in a moment, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and I'm going to ask you to circle the best estimate for the weight of each object. So I want you to think about a newborn baby. About how many pounds? About 8, 20, or 70? You would circle your answer. Thinking about a Thanksgiving turkey. About how many pounds? A half, 20, or 70? Thinking about a bag of apples. About how many pounds? 5, 35, or 65? And then thinking about an adult bull African elephant, the largest animal on land. Would that be about 100 pounds, 500, or 11,000 pounds? Can you press pause to solve these 4 problems and then press play when you're ready to check? All right, let's see how you did. A newborn baby is going to be about 8 pounds. A Thanksgiving turkey is going to be about 20 pounds. A bag of apples is going to be about 5 pounds. And then the African elephant, it's the largest animal on land. It's going to be about 11,000 pounds. We'll continue working on weight in later lessons. The next thing that we'll talk about is the bottom half of this page. So second graders, for 5 and 6, you are subtracting, and then for 7 and 8, you are adding. So could you solve these 4 problems? Press pause and then press play when you're ready to check. All right. Let's take a look at that first problem. So we have 236 minus 37. You can see I have a lot going on here. So I started out, I couldn't solve 16 minus 7. There's more on the floor, so I needed to go next door. I changed my 3 to a 2, and then my 6 became a 16. So now I can think 16 minus 7, which is 9. Now I have 2 minus 3, which I can't solve again. So again, I need to go next door. So my 2 is going to become a 1. And then I changed the 2 into a 12. So now I have 12 minus 3, which is 9. And then I have 1 minus nothing, which is just going to give me to 1. So my total would have been 199. For the second problem, much nicer for us, we had 199 minus 150. So we know that 9 minus 0 is 9. We know 9 minus 5 is 4. And then 1 minus 1 is 0, which we don't need to write there, so we just have the answer 49. For number 7, we're adding. We have 78 plus 29. If I have 8 plus 9, I know that's 17. So notice how I carry my 1 and I put my 7 below. And then I have 7 plus 1, which I know is 8, plus 2 more would bring me to 10, giving me a total of 107. For our last problem, we have 45 plus 45. I know that 5 plus 5 is 10. I carried my 1, put my 0 below. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 more is 9, giving me my total of 90. So if you can double check to make sure you have yours correct before moving on to math boxes. For math boxes today, we have page 172 in our math journal. I'll ask that you complete this page on your own. When you're all done, take a picture and add the picture to Seesaw for your classroom teacher. We will go over this page in our next video. So for our first one, draw hands to show the time for 7:15. For question 2, which day had the longest recess? Circle the best answer. For question 3, use counters to make a 5 by 3 array. Draw the array and then tell me how many total counters. Fill in the missing numbers for number 4. For number 5, draw or write the names of 2 things in the classroom, or it could be outside the classroom too, that are the shape of a rectangular prism. And then for our last question, number 6, write the fraction for the part that is shaded. All right, I'll see you next time.